quantum equilibrium in an upside-down world.
And now your host, Brock Lawley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Brock Lawley program. My name is Brock Lawley. I am your fearless host. How many times have you heard this? You know, if I give you a nickel for every time you heard this, would you be a rich person? You know, Brock, the conservative right, the religious right, they don't like science. I don't know why I'm doing this in a redneck accent. It's probably because it's the only one I can do. They don't like science, Brock. They don't like science. They just they reject science. That's why we're progressives. We're progressives because we like science and we trust science. We believe in science. We listen to science. We adhere to science, Brock, but not you right-wing, stupid Neanderthals dragging your knuckles across the ground, insisting on the way things was should be the way things is. How many times, ladies and gentlemen? How many times would you be a millionaire over if you got a nickel every time you heard that claptrap? Well, you know, that's been rubbing me raw for a long time, but particularly in 2016. And let me explain why. Not only, ladies and gentlemen, does every actual scientific study that rolls down the bend in regards to climate repudiate the left's claims on our man-made causes and CO2 calamities. Every single study that barrels down from the ocean, from the rising oceans, ladies and gentlemen, to the supposed polar ice caps that are sinking, to polar bears, to temperatures, everything, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, if you go back and look at the inconvenient truth, which isn't full of very, very much truth, you're going to see all that stuff is now underwater by way of claims. But forget about that, right? It's a very polarizing issue. Very polarizing. I realize global warming is the new religious for the irreligious. What about social science? I'm not a big fan of it myself, but what about social science? We now know, as Europe is being gutted by socialist policies, big government policies, as I speak to you right now, Venezuela is starving. I repeat, starving as a result of socialism. Does that social science, does the economic understanding of just a regular, layman's glance at the consequences of these fiscal ideas, does that change the left's pursuits of big government, bureaucratic socialism? Of course not. They double down, they triple down like they're in an attic at a casino in Vegas. But that's not even the one that most rubs me raw. We have to sit and hear lectures about hating science, about not being moved by science, about not being able to change our minds when we see new data, ladies and gentlemen, new evidence. Is this not verbatim what the leftist lips are saying? What about the issue of the genocidal abortion movement in this country? What about the new evidence? Since Roe v. Wade, we have astonishing new evidence. As in, a week after conception, the baby reacts to light, responds to pain. The amount we know about prenatal medicine that we did not know when that ridiculous, horrific pockmark on the face of American history law. Do you see any response, ladies and gentlemen, when we find the abuses like in the case of Gosnell, and there's many like that, and when we find that undercover expose pieces are discovering that they're selling human body parts for profit, does that new information change any minds? Does it, ladies and gentlemen? I'm asking you straight. Does the science that we understand about where the human body is in the various stages of abortion, as we saw the human being into pieces and vacuum suck it out of its mother's womb, have you seen that science? I'm going to repeat that. Hard, statistical, medical science deter the left's barbarity in the case of abortion at all? Even the slightest? Or have you seen them step on the accelerator even further? Have you seen their bloodlust for infant life accelerate? Have you seen Planned Parenthood receive more tax dollars? Have you seen the Democrat Party become like feet in concrete? So spare me MSNBC and Rachel Maddow and all of the other faculty lounge, leftist, condescending lectures on how conservatives don't move to science. It's nothing but the last picture show projection.